Sabine slides her hand in yours. Makes your heart skip a beat with her...
I've something I need to tell you.
She scrapes her throat, hesitates, almost as if she's a bit...
I'm afraid you're going to accuse me of killing the mood, but... Thing is, I need to talk to you about the Master. No, not anymore. Or so I hope. My dear, sweet Fane. I've grown to trust you, more than since I've had names on my skin. Wasn't easy, I know. Come, sit down with me for a moment.
You both sit down, cross-legged, knees to knee. Suddenly, a melody. Sabine sings a song, haunting in its simplicity. She uses no words, sounds rather. It's beautiful, yet somehow menacing.
This is my Scar song. It's all the Master needs to make me his slave once more, unless... your voice... I will soon confront him, with you by my side. My life and my liberty I Will you sing? Good answer.
Her cat's eyes close as she bends forward to hug you. You embrace. It's sweet and wonderful. You wish it could last.
My word.
You both get up and smile to one another warmly. When you hear a sound in the distance and turn to look, Sabine pats you affectionately.
Adventure calls, but I say we do the... Yes? And I remember saying I'd probably... Then again, why not? So, here goes. No, hang on.
She retrieves a small flask from her backpack, and tears stream from her eyes as she offers you...
They're tears of joy, I assure you. Here, have some joy.
You drink. It burns.
Not bad, is it? Now then, the epic of the Master. There was, of course, some. It began when I woke in the dark room. He removed my blindfold, and still I did not see. He himself was darker than any shadow. Stingtail. How he came to regret. The Master bid the dream a dream, and so he did. He trembled, as if in pain. I didn't know what was going on, and I screamed as he traced the... And all the while the Master looked on in darkest silence. Oh, like all good things in life, one has to... So, once the scarring was over, and the pain began to fade. Young, strong, smart. You know I don't It shakes me little now. All too little. I had now lived in the dark for what might as well have been years. I was in a wood. There were no stars that night. She sat, shivering beside a fire. My stabs weren't as mercifully exact as they should have been. When it was done, I crawled back to the Master, broken. You understand me? The bastard will be Master no longer. Oh, honey, you should be. The mere recollection of this tune, it haunts me. And when I think of what it made me do...
She pats your shoulder awkwardly.
But darling, no need... Well... Not unless you'd attempt to sing the... But you're far too smart for any such... Now then, on a more serious note, how about a hug? Come here.
An embrace, a sweet...
See? I told you we should do this again sometime. The very best.
She cocks her head ever so slightly.
Why? Don't tell me you disagree. We'll see about that. As for absolute truth, the prospect both tickles and... I mean, divinity. And then there's the question that makes me shiver most of all. Would we still be ourselves? Would I remain Sabine, or would my mortal soul die upon gaining divine immortality? Ah, nice try.
She sighs and closes her eyes, then smiles her easy smile.
Such a silly game we play, to be a god, It's quite wasted on mortals, if you ask me. We are all of us too blemished to become immaculate. I think you know the answer to that. First, I'll find he has a date with an... Whatever comes after that, comes up.
You don't look very divine to me. What are you waiting for? I'm hardly an expert on the matter. To rise to divinity, excellent question. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters, the strongest will survive.
Gareth greets you warmly. He's oddly...
I should thank you. I don't know what came over me. Praise Lucian, I had you to put me on the right track. Not bad. Besides, we have work to do. Once we anchor at the Nameless Isle, I'll scout ahead.
Gareth offers his farewell.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
Tread carefully, my dear. I studied the tablet that you so generously provided. It showed me everything I need to know about creating a functional Swornbreaker. See those structures further inland? Remarkably like those from the caverns of the Black Pits, aren't they? Should you discover the parts... Also, you will likely encounter Sworn...
Almira doesn't respond right away. Instead, she turns and gazes intently at the...
I sense a familiar presence. The Sallow Man. Yes. He's there somewhere. Likely commanding Black Ring forces. You should beware his underlings, though. If they challenge your presence, pose as a thrall of mine, and you should gain safe passage. My name should still command respect among them.
All those Magister ships...
Something on your mind, darling? You want to craft a Swornbreaker? I hope you haven't fallen in with the wrong crowd, my dear. Here, take the tablet. Just remember that I covet the Swornbreaker as well. Something on your mind, darling?
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder? Dangers indeed. You can almost hear the sound Gleku Duma, the words of the lone wolves. No doubt my former comrades speak their words, and you might pass. Consider it a token of my thanks for the assistance in retrieving Anathema. My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident. I know, not something to be proud of, but they let me do as I wished.
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god, and an army of fools willing to follow him. It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. They become sworn, as it was put to me. Bound to... You should have seen them all. On their knees, worshipping a new tyrant just to spite 7 old ones. I got away from them while I still could. Unfortunately, Dallas was waiting to snatch me.
enemies' bodies have been purged.
Who could have done this?
I've never seen ruins like these.
You don't get out much, do you?
As if from nowhere, a sweating warrior appears before you.
Who the hell's be yow? Thralls to Almira. I borrow Yower grunts, mistress. The Divine Order Pigsby.
He points you towards the nearby temple, where a
Yow have Yower orders. Get to it.
comprehension spread.
I fear not death, for I shall have eternal life.
kill yourself. With you.
Black Ring. Could they be doing the purging?
The plot thinnens. I think you know the answer to that. First, he has whatever comes after that.
Breathless, the paladin fishes out a canteen of water. He gulps half of it down, then splashes...
Many thanks for your help. Godwoken? There's only one Godwoken on this island, and it isn't you. I owe you. But if you need shelter, look for the Bishop and the rest of my comrades. They retreated north to our rendezvous point.
He nods.
Our true leader has returned and united us. It's nothing short of a miracle. Now it's our holy duty to safeguard him until he becomes the next divine. Isn't it bloody obvious?
You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others.
Has as many lives as a...
The altar stands before you in honor of Ralik, first of the gods and patron of humanity. As your prayer, and there before you, his sword clangs against... He hears you as you step forward.
One of the others sent you, eh? Sent you to pester a poor man that has lost his sight.
He snatches it back from you, but seems more likely to use it as a support.
A Mardius champion, are you? I'll give you what you need to find the Well of Ascension. But I need a small... I want yours. After all, what is a warrior without his sight? Give me yours. I assure you, it will be put to good use in the war against the Void.
The god steps forward.
Can you see it?
You can. You can see nothing else. After a few moments of agony, you're left with nothing but darkness. You can feel a subtle shift in the air, and birdsong fills your ears. Reaching for... The altar stands... The altar stands... The altar stands before you, silent.
I'm fading! Ah! Ah! Ooh.
Quick as a flash, the Magister has an...
My Fort Joy Savior. You always seem to catch me at a low ebb, unfortunate.
A skeptical eyebrow archer.
You, Godwoken. That seems unlikely. Never mind. There are more important matters that Bishop Alexander and the others might still be out there. I need to find them. Let me stay by your side for now. You can count on my bow. I'm glad to hear it. I ought to see if the Bishop and the others survived, though. Without them, this old mission is for naught.
He nods.
I never would have thought it myself either, but he resurfaced and won over us veterans. He broke free from the fracturing of the Divine Order, the Voidwoken cry.
He slings a quiver of arrows across...
Eyes sharp. I won't lie.
Lucky find.
What's this? I found something.
I won't lie. It's good.
This place will be nice when it's finished.
Better to knock it all down and start again.
A black ring cap.
Tell me who you are, dead one.
Her expression.
Tell me who you are. There are no friends. There are those who... Then serve the king.
Please, go ahead.
A strange symbol is carved into the stone. Details lost, even blunted with age. The symbol resembles an arrow. The cult of the outlaw empress marked their proving trials with such symbols. She worshipped a dragon, seeking to overthrow the ancient empire assassinated her, then sought to scar every mention of her from history. The arrowhead points the way forward. The symbol of the this is a sign of an ancient dragon cult. The arrowhead points the way. The symbol of the dragon's cult. This is a sign of an ancient dragon cult. The sigils lead to a trial meant to test. The arrowhead points the way forward.
Reading of the wonders of Zolstissa, it's clear where her people get their feelings of supremacy from.
You there! Prithee, goodly traveller, might I prevail upon you to answer a question? You see, I am on a mission most grave. I seek a sorcerer most foul.
His pincers scissor wild.
Septa the Ineffable! Have you heard tell of this wicked beast on your travels? Why, I shall slay her with a single thrust of my sword-like claw. For mine is an ancient and noble order, bent on destroying that which would destroy. Septa is a sorcerer, and I am a source hunter. Useful? No doubt. The place is lost. Imperio!
This is not quite the safest place I've ever been.
We'd better find a way inside before it all goes up in smoke. And us with it.
Countless symbols cover the stone tablet's surface, forging a riddle between several languages. You make out one ruined line. The champion must offer a burning stone to the dragon's mouth. Fire. Everything is fire. If you can confine such magic to a rune, you can feed the burning urge inside the dragon's skull. You place the offering deep inside the dragon's mouth. Something in the dark seizes your wrist. The grip tightens to sheer agony. Cold metal presses against you to soothe the ache. When you reach for it, your fingers catch on a pair of greaves. As you pull the armor free, the bitterness of betrayal cuts through you. Ash clouds the room, hot as you stand high on a black cliff housing Zolstissa's temple. Other lizards scream, declaring you a blasphemer.
I see you. And inside you is the strength I've been looking for. You must find the temple where the Devourer's loyal servant was abandoned. I will draw strength from there to speak again.
The vision fades. The cave's sharp chill returns, and with it, a cold aura takes shape. The spirit before you drips sauce from his raggedly slit throat. Realizing that you can see...
Ah, Godwoken. You know how you relive bad exams in your life? Good news, you get to relive them in death, too.
He rolls his neck, sauce gurgling and spouting from the deep gash. He laughs, and his laugh is a...
As I was facing the trials, I was killed by another Godwoken hopeful. I just can't stop thinking about it. That one answer. Anon Fallon Reveil. Anon Fallon Reveil. What in the void comes next?
His face lights up, gratitude shining.
That's it! That's it!
He begins to fade from view. But as he disintegrates, he traces an esoteric sigil in the air between you and pushes forceful energy into you. Restore.
I welcome you, honored one. Be at peace. Do not hesitate. The ritual is prepared for you at the proper place. My master awaits. It is where the world changed. The Devourer opened our eyes. You must see this truth. Join the master at the temple of the false goddess, Zolstissa. We cannot leave him waiting.
Grins wide, unable to
Quickly, honored one! Above the river of lava, a temple awaits your... It is where... Join the master at the...
You suddenly hear something in the distance, a strange but familiar tune. Sabine freezes. You recognize it as her Scar song. The Master is near.
A moment years in the making.
She gives you a quick hug.
Sing the song when I signal you, and wish me good luck.
The air is thick with heavy flakes of ash. There is a blinding flash, and you are surrounded by flame. It licks your skin, enveloping you, but does not burn. Looking up, her eyes are mocking and angry. But you can see that her...
Weakling! You have wasted my time by coming... My champion will ascend at the wellspring. No other can overcome trial by flame. There is no challenge, Godwoken. There is only...
The lizard slams her fist against her throne, sending embers flying. One of the stars above her ignites. The flames around you flare, and you're enveloped in... The vision fades.
I won't lie. It's good to have company again. This island doesn't seem all right.
He holds his ground. One step, then another, ever closer. You can tell from her bearing, Sabine has never been so ready to kill, so on the brink of impending action. She's like a cat, all concentrated. Another step, ever closer. The moment has finally come. She's The eyes of predators meet.
Sabine?
He snaps his fingers, and she involuntarily snaps to attention.
Here you go, breaking.
That's the plan, mastermind.
He sighs, sadly.
I don't begrudge you your freedom, Sabine. Your escape relieved me of having to witness your death by your... I would have watched you, like I have all this time. Glad to see you live. Sometime. I'm very fond of you.
The feeling's not quite mutual.
Not yet.
Another snap. Different fingers, different sound. She looks to the ground. She's...
Utter control. The tool of a... Let me indulge you with an explanation. Everything I do for a much greater good. The supreme example of this is you, Sabine. She's the prime scion. It had to be her. The other scions knew and welcomed. It was all what I did had to be done, Sabine. And I had to be the orchestrator, for
Sabine slowly draws her needle.
Time to get to the point.
My, you still have the needle I gave you. How very gratifying. Just like me. You should know that I forced you to shed the blood of scions because rather than a killer, it transformed you into a sage. Here's the final truth, Sabine. The true evil here is not me. It's you. The Mother Tree and her scions do not seek to carve out their own part of peace in this world. They seek to carve. They want their roots to conquer every last inch of Rivellon. World domination. The prevalence of one race over all others. That is what they desire. That is what I counteract.
He died the day he met me.
Death, death, death. Did I create a monster after? I don't begrudge you your freedom, Sabine. But you came. All you see is red. You've lost sight of all reason. You know you've no hope whatsoever of defeating.
He sings. The scar song swells. 1,000 tiny needles in Sabile's soul. Chipping. She looks at you with hope and defiance. Gives the signal. You must sing the song. Your voice harmonizes with the master's. Stunned, he hesitates, and yours becomes the dominant melody. Sabine is free from his influence.
Dear me, you're a miracle worker. I'll take it from here.
The patient cat finally pounces. She strikes, precisely, exactly. Her needle pierces his neck, spears his vocal cords, filling his throat with blood. Checkmated and muted, he staggers back, all a feared fury. This is it. It's time to kill the master.
master's dead. Finally, I am free. Please, go ahead. It feels magnificent, if somewhat unreal. But first things first.
You look on as Sabine bares her arm and drags her needle across the word master like a knife, drowning the black ink in blood. With a few ripples of sauce, the wound closes, leaving behind but new scar tissue that effaces all trace of it.
Thank you.
She laughs. Her cat eyes dance.
Now, it's over.
She hugs you back warmly. Next, she takes your hand in...
I just can't thank you enough. I could never have defeated the Master without you. I owe you everything. But I do, and I won't forget.
She places a hand over the fresh scar on her arm.
I've known the opposite too long to want to spend another day hollow with hate, another night hollow with loneliness. I know I needn't be if you show me a little love.
You kiss her on the cheek, and she laughs, full of life.
Now that the Master's dead, might as well pursue Divinity, I say.
What's this? I found something. I've spotted something.
The troll leans in and...
No cave for you.
The troll crosses it.
I get sack of meat every... I tell you this already.
The troll stares at you in abject confusion for a long...
No cave. No cave for you. I tell you this before. Huh? Stop your mouth noises. No cave for you. No care about other puny trolls. They are weak next to Krark. Nothing can defeat.
The troll grimaces and spits a melon-sized glob of phlegm onto the ground near your feet.
No cave for you.
The troll cracks the knuckles of his powerful...
No cave.
Two black ring wargs, heaving, stinking mouth...
Balls. Away. Now. Imp. Thing.
Burned eye, man.
It's ours.
Maybe there is food.
Well.
Okay, maybe.
Two time.
The beasts return to playing with their enormous...
Please, go ahead.
You wonder if this is what you think it is. An imp-built pocket realm. The stars swirl and move, and form a face.
Looky, looky, looky here! What's red and black and blue all over? Oh! Righty. Oh, very righty.
The face dissolves, and the stars begin to swirl.
I've always wanted to see an impish pocket realm.
Me too. This is fascinating.
Before you stands a you've seen machinery like this before. In the cave...